I will swing in with Violet and Maribel chasing fire.
No block.
Alright. I will swing in with Virgil.
No block.
Swing in with Witch of the Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah, I'll block that.
Fair. What's your life total at?
It's at 400.
Gotcha. I'll tap for a red, and I will discard Demon of Explosions.
In response to that, I will Lorite.
Yeah, in response, I will tap to produce a green, and I will go ahead and play a number 13 in response to that.
Yeah, you got it, man.
Alright, good game, man.
Yeah, good game.
Good luck in your next round.
Good luck to you, too.
So you want to play Force of Will online? You have a tournament coming out that requires the use of physical cards. This video will help you get ready for that. Hey there, Rustin here. I'm going to show you a cheap way to set up for online play. Let's start with the main thing you'll need and discuss that a bit. A decent quality webcam. It doesn't have to be something expensive like a Logitech Brio. Unless you're making content or streaming at 4K, you're not going to really need something like this. But I also wouldn't recommend using your laptop's built-in camera. If you're that desperate, just use your phone for a few hours. The price range I recommend for webcams is anywhere between like $20 to like $30, maybe $40. Notice that I said price range and not a particular brand. Here's the deal. If you want a cheap setup, you're not going to be worrying about the brands. And like, here's the thing. Webcams, by like off-brand, I guess you could call them sellers. It's not Logitech, it's not Razer, it's, you know, some nameless company that you will only hear about when you're buying cheap products. These two webcams right here, they are basically the exact same webcam. Like, if I was to take these shells off, I'm almost positive the parts will look the exact same. I think this one's by like Cross Tour and this is like Ray Lino or something. I'll throw some pictures up here, or you can see some links down in the description. I know the Cross Tour one is like sold out on Amazon. That was the one that I used for like a year and it still works. I just wanted to like, you know, kind of try like another webcam out to see if like, you know, if there's like some kind of like sweet spot on webcams, and $20 to $30 seems to be about the sweet spot. If you can't find them on Amazon, like the link is just dead, I'll also put the name of the webcam like next to the link, and you can go ahead and search that. eBay is an option. I saw them for dirt cheap. Yeah. A word of warning, don't buy this webcam. I bought it for $10. You really get what you pay for. I took a chance of maybe finding an even cheaper option for us, but we weren't that fortunate. The next thing I recommend investing in is a tripod. This tripod is great. I don't really have a need to bend the legs all that much, but if I want to wrap it around like a pole or something, it's nice to have that option. Similar to the webcams, the name of the brand isn't all that important. This is made by a different company. I should say made in quotations. It's sold by a different company is how I should say it. These are identical. One of them came with a phone mount. That was really the only difference. They also come with a little pivoting, you know, top part. So if you got a webcam that is hard to like adjust the angle of, you can adjust it just on the tripod. It's handy. For example, the Brio over here, there's no real way to like actually connect it with this little like pivoting arm thing. This is to, like hook onto like the back of a monitor. So there's no real like angle corrector thing on this. So something like this is pretty handy if you do go for a more expensive webcam. This thing's nice. I bought two of them. One just to like test to make sure that, you know, it was a similar thing at the webcams, but also it's just a handy tripod. Probably one of my favorite investments. Astute viewers, you probably see this thing in the back here. This is a very special webcam mount. This, similar with the tripods, there's different brands. This is a Archon These things are great for like casual play. You can like have the webcam like basically make a perfect like 90-degree like pivot. For casual games, this is very nice quality. If you're recording for like, you know, gameplay footage or something with like friends online, this is also very handy. Gives a nice view of the field, but something like this, it's gonna be kind of hard to go for the angle that we want to go for tournament play, but very nice. This is up there with the Brio of, I don't recommend it for if you're just playing tournaments or if you're just playing competitive play, but it is very nice. I really love this. I used this a lot before I got my like nice camera for content creation. This is very handy. With the product suggestions out of the way, let's get to the actual setup that I go for. Bare minimum setup that I recommend is a laptop, webcam and tripod, and then a decent amount of table space. We got the ruler right there in view, we got the stone deck in view, main deck in view, side deck in view. Here's my hand. It's very comfortable, it's very relaxed, like I'm not even like, you know, hold my hand on the table. I can hold it up naturally, moving around or, you know, holding my hand and like changing stuff on the board state. It's all very comfortable to do. And this is what you kind of want to go for. Like this style, this angle, this is a very bare bones setup. Aside from using 2 cell phones or something, this is probably the most basic you can get for your webcam setup. I have a setup here on this table, but I know most of us won't have the luxury or the desire to play with this much table space. It's nice to have the playmat in full view, but in actuality you will probably have to settle for something like this. This is completely fine. This has been my go-to for every online tournament that I played in. I have my decks in view, I have my side deck in view, and I can have my rogue spectator revealed the whole game, so that's kinda nice. I'm not gonna say for every Force of Will tournament, but for a majority of tournaments, you have to have something like this going on. You need your decks in view, you need your side deck in view, you need your whole board state in view, and with this angle I have here where I have it like at my shoulders, just a little below my shoulders, like for the top right here, just like the top of the camera view right here, I have my shoulders there. Whenever I draw my cards, if my microphone wasn't in the way, I'd be able to very easily read my cards. Well, even here, like it's actually a fairly comfortable angle, but for the most part, I'll have my microphone like off here into the corner. Yeah, this is basically how I have my setup. You can kind of see right here, the little black corner here. That's my monitor. This is a wide angle lens, which is great. I should have mentioned that at the start of the video whenever I was talking about different cameras. Look for a wide angle lens. It's very nice. Worst case scenario, you have to like work around having stuff in the way of the camera and just kind of like compensate for that, but this is very nice. Editing Rustin here. I should go on record here and say that you can use your laptop's built-in camera, but the quality will vary from laptop to laptop. Setting up a proper angle can be a bit difficult too. Here I am using a laptop stand that can help a bit with this, but even still I have to use up all the table space here. I'm also lacking space to set my field, and it's not that easy to comfortably keep cards in the camera's view. I would also recommend using a second monitor so you can more easily view your opponent's field. Also want to say, if you like the idea of using your laptop and just your laptop, the amount to get a stand, like for just a little bit more money, you can get a webcam setup. It's not that much of a price difference, and it's a real game changer. You can also use a top-down view and still follow the typical tournament rules. But while this will give probably the best view of the field, it comes with arguably the worst drawback for online play, having to keep your hand in view at all times. Now casually this isn't an issue, but for competitive play you have to keep your hand in view the whole time. This turns into you basically playing poker the whole time. Now imagine doing this for the whole day. There have been online tournaments that have run longer than 8 hours for day 1. The most you can get away with is turning the cards to be perpendicular with the camera, so it's about a 90-degree angle. Anything more and you show your opponent your hand. A major part of card games is keeping information hidden from your opponent. You can't really do that when you have your hand revealed. There are a lot of reactive play lines, and if your opponent knows what you can possibly do, then they will play around it and have the upper hand. I just want to go on record and say that this is an option. I'm just very against it. Both for keeping things fair and, not accidentally pulling your hand out of the view of the camera, keeping yourself from showing your opponent your hand, staying comfortable throughout the whole tournament, and overall it's just gonna save you from a headache in the long run. An angle like this, it's gonna help prevent cheating. Everyone has seen the meme of just having like staples or whatever for their deck that they have like extra copies of just like tucked underneath the back of the playmat, but it's like it's a top-down view for the camera angle, so you can't even like see that they're cheating. Force Will is trying not to have that happen, so this is why like this sort of angle is what is kind of like gone for, because I got my hand here, could really use a better card. Let me just bring my hand out. Oh wait, no, it's in camera view the whole time. The only time that's gonna go out of camera view is if I'm like intentionally like bringing it down, which if you're playing against someone and they do that, like kind of call them out on it, like, hey, why are you bringing your hand out of view? Like, come on, man. Let me actually show you a better view. I just have it like tucked up against the wall, and I know this desk that I have is very nice. It's it's a corner desk. There's like a lot of table space. I'll show you like how much table space I'm working with here. I could not find a tape measure as I was starting to record this, so we are using a yardstick. From the wall to the edge of the desk, about 24 inches, which is, very respectable, 2 feet right there. From like the camera to the edge, looking at more like 19-ish inches or whatever. I have a lot of space here, but like at the same time, there's people that have used like TV stands to kind of like extend their desk. I also have like a weird setup going on. If anyone's like seen the previous video for my webcam setups, I have a smaller monitor here because like basically like this corner here is like dedicated for the webcam, for my little audio mixer. And then also like for me to be able to like swing my like microphone out to the corner. And then just for some extra lighting, I'll just kind of have like this very large TV just on a white screen. Then I also have like this little lamp I've kind of shown off in a previous video as well. My setup is like very much tailor-made towards me. You don't need to put as much effort into this. What I showed you at the very start of the video where I just had a laptop, a webcam, and an area to play, that's really all you need. Well, in a microphone, but I mean like you can just grab like a pair of headphones or something for that. Let me show you like the most detail I can show you on this. So while I did say that I don't really like bend the legs that much, I actually do bend the leg like just like a little bit in the front there. And I'll also have like a regular playmat underneath my like super nice playmat, and I just have like the leg just kind of like pushing against there. You can kind of see that, yeah, just like the leg is like, because like this thing is like pushed in, so it's like loose right now, it's not locked into place. But with that little like lump right there, it's gonna hold it in place. And what I love about these kind of webcams is that this webcam is meant to wrap around like the top of a monitor, but because I have it on a tripod here, I can just like use this to like angle the webcam more than I can with like the little like pivot joint that's like in the actual webcam's base. So yeah, this is very nice. Got my smaller monitor, and then I got my cheap webcam. Very simple to put together. You don't need to drop a lot of money on a webcam. A Brio is nice, but like I said, unless you're making content or if you're like trying to like flex on how good your internet is, or like if you have Discord Nitro or something, like the bump in quality, it's not gonna do that much of a difference. Well, I hope this video is helpful to you. If you have any questions or anything, leave them down in the comments below. I do have plans to make more online gameplay prep videos, so look forward to those. And as always, have a good night. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.